You ready for a day full of plot twists? Because today things are about to get wild. We've got a red-hot trade rumor that could shake up the NFL, a bold prediction no one saw coming, and a strategic move that might completely flip our draft plans. Oh, and there's an emotional twist that'll hit right in the feels for Chargers fans. Let me just say this, Justin Herbert might be grinning from ear to ear real soon. But here's the question. Is this a smart play or a risky gamble? You're not going to believe what we've got lined up, so sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Just when we thought this Chargers offseason was going to be business as usual, a rumor drops that could light a fire under Justin Herbert's offense. Picture this, an experienced weapon with a history of making big plays, coming straight from a team trying to trim their payroll. Here it is. The name floating around is Dallas Goedert, the tight end from the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, you heard that right. According to Ian Valentino from the 33rd team, the Chargers are eyeing a trade that would send 5th and 6th round picks to Philly in exchange for Goedert. Doesn't sound like much, maybe, but context is everything. Goedert carries a cap hit close to $12 million, and the Eagles are clearly trying to shed salary. To them, he's become a pricey luxury. But for us, he might just be the missing piece Herbert's been waiting for. Here's the catch, his health. Goedert's missed 15 games over the past 3 seasons. That's not nothing, but when he's on the field, he produces. In 2023, even with only 10 games played, he logged 42 catches, nearly 500 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the playoffs, he added another 215 yards and a score. Even with durability concerns, he's still better than any tight end we've got right now. And here's where things really get interesting. If this trade goes through, it reshapes our entire draft strategy. A lot of mocks had us taking Colston Loveland in the first round, but with Goedert in the mix, we gain flexibility. We could go edge rusher, explosive wide receiver, or beef up the O-line. Having options on draft day is everything. Now, from an emotional standpoint, this would be a huge message to Herbert. We hear you. We want to win. Because let's be real, the Chargers offense hasn't exactly been making headlines this offseason. Goedert might not be the same beast he was in 2019, but he brings leadership, experience, and instant credibility to the locker room. The fan base is already split. Some are hyped. Others are hesitant because of the injuries. What about you? Would you give up 2-day 3 picks for a guy like Goedert, or would you rather invest in a younger, healthier option? And guess what? That's not even the wildest part of the day. There's another name in the mix that could take this offense to a whole new level. If the Goedert idea already felt bold, take a breath, because there's another draft move gaining traction that could completely change the game. This time, it's all about the backfield. Ben Rolfe from Pro Football Network reports that the Chargers are exploring a deal with the New York Giants. The idea is to swap our 55th overall pick for their 65th and grab an extra 2026 third rounder. Sounds simple enough, but the real kicker, that move would set the stage to draft TreVeyon Henderson, the explosive running back from Ohio State. You might be thinking, didn't we just sign Najee Harris? Yeah, we did, and it was a solid pickup financially. But let's be honest, Najee averages 3.9 yards per carry. He's a grinder, reliable, but not exactly a home run hitter. Henderson? He's a walking highlight reel. In 2024, he racked up 1,016 yards with a ridiculous 7.1 yards per carry. Add 10 rushing touchdowns and 284 receiving yards with another score through the air. He's a game changer. The kind of back who forces defenses to play honest and takes pressure off Herbert. Now imagine Henderson coming out of the backfield in a Harbaugh-designed offense. Lethal. There's also a long-term angle here. Dropping to pick 65 still keeps us in range for serious talent, and grabbing a third rounder for next year adds future ammo, something this rebuilding roster definitely needs. Of course, the debate is heating up. Is it smart to move down for a running back? In today's NFL, the position doesn't carry the same weight it used to, but Henderson feels different. He's the kind of back that doesn't come around every year, and with Najee on just a one-year deal, long-term stability in the backfield is a real question. So what do you think? Would you roll the dice? And while all that chaos is unfolding, there's one move that brought a wave of nostalgia and reminded fans what this franchise is all about. Amid all the bold moves and speculation, there's one story that hits deep. This one's not about a flashy trade or a risky pick. It's about loyalty, about heart, about a name that bleeds Bolt pride. Tony Jefferson is back. That's right. He re-signed for one more year. For a lot of folks, this was unexpected. Jefferson had retired, even spent some time interning in the Ravens front office. It really looked like his playing days were over. But last year, he made a comeback, and made it count. Remember that preseason game against the Cowboys? 14 tackles, 2 picks. He made the roster and ended up playing 8 games, starting 4. Not bad for a retired guy. His return gives us more depth in the secondary alongside studs like Derwin James Jr., Alohi Gilman, and Elijah Molden. Even if Jefferson's a backup on paper, his value goes way beyond the field. He's 33, knows the league inside and out, and he's from Chula Vista. He grew up a Chargers fan. You can't put a price on that. GM Joe Ortiz knows Jefferson from their Baltimore days. He was the one who brought him back last season, and now he's keeping him around again. That tells you everything. This front office isn't just looking at performance. They care about culture, leadership, and identity. Let's be real, in a league full of massive contracts and guys jumping from team to team, seeing someone like Jefferson back in powder blue, that hits different. He's more than just another player. He represents everything this team is fighting to build. And just when you think the emotions couldn't get any stronger, there's one more twist. One that feels straight out of a movie script. This isn't just another mock draft scenario. This one's personal. It's a reunion that could set the tone for a new era in L.A. We're talking about the very real possibility of Jim Harbaugh reuniting with Colston Loveland. Yeah, the Michigan tight end. The same guy who helped Harbaugh win it all last season. According to ESPN's Mike Tannenbaum, the Chargers are projected to take Loveland with the 22nd overall pick. And this isn't just about talent. It's about trust, identity, fit. Loveland is a physical freak, 6'6", huge catch radius, and elite route running for a tight end his age. In 2024, he had 56 catches for 582 yards. He's money on third downs and a red zone threat. Over his Michigan career, he posted 108 receptions, won 353 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Just a straight-up offensive force. And even though the Chargers already signed Tyler Conklin and Will Dissly, let's be honest. Neither of them is the guy. Loveland walks in as TE1. He's the guy Herbert can lean on when things get tight, when the blitz comes, when you just need someone to make a play. But the real magic? It's the Harbaugh connection. They've been through battles. They know each other. They trust each other. And that kind of chemistry, especially in a team trying to rebuild its identity, is priceless. Harbaugh knows exactly what he's getting, and Loveland knows exactly what Harbaugh expects. Fans are buzzing. Some think Loveland is the future of the position in L.A. Others are hesitant, especially if the Goedert trade happens. Because then, yeah, maybe drafting Loveland doesn't make as much sense. But if the front office pulls the trigger, it means they're thinking long-term, building around young talent that fits Harbaugh's vision. So now we wait. Will the Chargers go all in on the now with Goedert, or bet on the future with Loveland? 4 puzzle pieces that could reshape the future of this franchise, from bold trades to emotional reunions to strategic draft plays. This team is on the move. So here's the million-dollar question. Do we load up the present with ready-made vets for Herbert, or invest in the long term with young guys who fit Harbaugh's system? The front office looks like they have a plan. But is it the right one? Drop your take in the comments. And if you're riding with us, hit that subscribe button. Let's ride, Bolt fam.